The Lady Cougars back at home, looking to get back in the win column with the visiting Palo Verde Pirates in town here at the Cougar Cage. Hello everybody, I'm Matt Robinson. Happy to have you in with us on the Cougar Sports Network as we bring you women's basketball, just our second women's basketball contest of the season. Only one of two non-conference home games for College of the Canyons this year, as John Wismath's squad have been the Road Warriors so far this season, coming in today 4-3 on the regular season. They lost their last time out to Mount San Antonio, and it's been kind of an up and down run for the Cougars as of late. When you look at the schedule, they had a win over Hartnell on November 13th, a nice win too, 73-42, but then lost to Sequoias on December 1st, and that was a tough loss, 89-56. Beat Shavat 71-65 on the 2nd, and then lost to Mount San Antonio on the 3rd, 69-57 up at the Sequoias tournament. So it's been kind of a rough go for COC. They're just a game above 500, trying to stay perfect on their home floor, and they're kind of trending as a middle-of-the-road team right now as in terms of the state of California. Look down the rankings, points per game, 29th in the state, field goals made per game, 28th in the state, field goal percentage, 39th in the state. They haven't shot the three ball very well at all, just 4 3-pointers made per game on 17 attempts. Those are 50th in the state on both those numbers. They have done a good job, though, in a couple of areas this season. One of those areas, at the free throw line, 10th best in the state in terms of free throw percentage at 67.6. So the state just very down low in terms of free throw percentage. But the Cougars have done a good job not only getting to the line 20 times, which is 20th in the state, or 19th actually, but making free throws when they do get the opportunities, 13.1 per game. That's 8th most in the state of California. So you're talking about top 10 in free throws made per game and free throw percentage per game. They've also done a really good job on the boards, and that's to be expected with Lulu Saloom out there as the rebounder. The sophomore last year was one of the best rebounders in the state of California, and she's kind of picked up right where she left off, averaging 16.3 rebounds per game. She averages a double-double this year at 11.3. You add in Amaya Robinson, who's done a nice job picking up 5 rebounds per game. Of course, Monica Febles, who picks up about 5 per game, has helped out as well, as she does a good job back on the backboard. So the Cougars have been very good on the glass so far this year. You look at the offensive rebound numbers, about 18 per game. That's 11th best in the state. They're a +8, which is 22nd best in the state. They average about 45 rebounds a game, which is 14th best in the state of California. So a good job on the glass for COC. Kind of they need to string together a few wins right now as we get closer and closer towards the league season. You look at the upcoming schedule. They go out on the road December 21st to take on Rio Hondo, and then Allen Hancock on the 22nd. And then on the 28th, a game that's to be announced as they're actually, they play Orange Coast first, and they play a doubleheader that day. They actually have another game on the 28th, and then a couple of games on the 29th and the 30th, so a couple of tournaments coming up. And that's kind of the end of the non-conference season for COC. So you kind of look at those games, and you look at some of the teams that you are competing against, or at least you know you're competing against, and you say, these are some good teams when it comes to the state of California. We need to pick up some wins as the league season gets started on January 4th right here at the Cougar Cage against LA Valley. Tonight, a good chance for COC to try and pick up a win against a struggling Palo Verde team. Palo Verde this year, just 1-10 on the season. They've lost their last 7. It's just been a struggle. But remember, Palo Verde just in their second full season, so they're essentially a brand new program. Dylan Longley, the second-year head coach, with that brand new program comes some of those expected struggles when you look at the numbers. Like you said, 1-10. They've only won 3 games all time. They played 3 games, what would be 4 years ago, played a full schedule in 2020. Of course, the pandemic year kind of threw a wrench into things, but you look at the numbers, look at their recent results. They've struggled. They lost their last 7 contests, and they've lost by an average or just by over 20 or more points in all of those games. Lost by 59 to Golden West College last night, and then making the long trip out here to College of the Canyons today. It's just kind of been a struggle for Palo Verde this year. Trying to pick up wins, trying to just even compete in games. And like we said, you expect that with a second-year squad or a second full-season squad. Now, the good news, they have a couple of ladies that can really fill it up or have the potential to fill it up. Both of them wear 1s on their back. One is number 1, Maya Inman. This year, she averages 13 points a game in 24 minutes. She's got 4 games with 10 or more points this season, 3 games with 20 or more points. She's been really good. Her season high 26 against Laverne on November 12th. She hasn't had any double-doubles, has struggled at the glass and on the assist front, but she can put it in, does a nice job on the floor. Very tough guard to play against. On the other side, number 11, Tariah Campbell, who's also done a very good job of putting it in this year. Talk about 5 games with 10 or more points, 1 game with 20 or more points, her season high 20 against Irvine. She's also had 2 double-doubles this year. You look, she had 15 and 15 against Porterville on November 4th, and then a double-double against Irvine Valley College, which that was on November 29th, 20 and 11. She had 3 games with 10 or more rebounds, so she does a pretty good job on the glass, and that's one of the better spots for Palo Verde this year is the rebound game. Even though they're a minus 16 on the rebounds, they still 30.5 rebounds per game. Not bad considering that you're still kind of working on things. You're not quite where you'd like to be, but room to grow, and with Campbell and Inman, both freshmen, room to certainly grow into next season. So the Cougars and Palo Verde, of course, have never met before. This is their first all-time meeting. We'll have the matchup for you when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network, COC and Palo Verde, here on a Wednesday night in Santa Clarita. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do, and the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
The future is yours, so let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Reset your career and get back to work quickly. Go to college for $46 per unit. 0 textbook cost class options and apply for your share of financial aid. With convenient class times, flexible on-campus or online options, and free tutoring, the future is yours at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
Welcome back into College of the Canyons. Matt Robinson here with you as we get ready to go COC and Palo Verde here on a Wednesday night. Starting lineups for both sides. Martia Brown getting the start for Palo Verde at the 1 guard. Maya Lowe getting the start at the 2 guard. And then, at the forward position. Tara Campbell at the 2 guard. Destiny Standers at the 3 guard, and then Laura Tellez as the other forward on the Palo Verde side. For College of the Canyons, Monique Fabless getting the start at the 1 guard. April Townsend, the 2 guard. Natalie Satamian, the shooting guard for COC. And then up front, you got Hannah Tolentino and Lulu Saloom for the Cougars. Cougars wearing their blue uniforms, yellow shoulders, and some yellow striping down the pants. Palo Verde in all white with some blue trim. As John Wismat, the first-year head coach of COC, Dylan Longley, the second-year head coach of Palo Verde, discussing things with their teams before the opening tip here from the Cougar Cage. As we are just about ready to get underway, Cougars will attack the basket to our left here in the first quarter. Palo Verde moving left to right. It's just waiting on the officials to get us going. It'll be Lulu Saloom to jump against Sanders. Sanders wins the tip. Palo Verde with a basketball to go to work to start here. Tara Campbell, who we talked about in the pregame show, can fill it up. Gets it inside to Lowe. She missed, but Campbell with the rebound put back no good. And then a jump ball tie-up on the floor. Possession arrow with COC, so the Cougars will get it back. So a couple of offensive rebounds right off the hop for Palo Verde. Just could not put anything back. And so Cougars catch a little bit of a break on the tie-up. And we'll go to work. Townsend will run the point for COC. We'll let Fabless kind of work as a twin guard and get open to shoot. Satamian from the corner for 3 is good. And Natalie Satamian knocks down a 3 to start. The Cougars with a 3-0 lead. Satamian this year, 26% from 3. Her best game of the season, 15 points against Chaffee. Way back on November 8th, that was the opening game of the year. In that game, she had a bunch of 3s. As a double dribble going to be called against Palo Verde as Campbell picked up the ball with both hands, then put it back on the floor before she made a pass. So a turnover on Palo Verde, a 3-0 lead for COC, 45 seconds into the ball game. So we're talking about Satamian. She had 2 straight games with 10 or more points, just 2 for 8 from 3 in her last 3 games, but already knocked one down here today. Misses the second chance. Offensive board for Lulu Saloom. She'll get it back to Townsend. Will put up a 3 and drains it. And it's a 6-0 lead for COC. As the Cougars 2 for 3 from downtown to start. It's Townsend and Satamian each with 3-pointers. Here's Lowe at the block. We'll get over the top of Saloom with a right-handed little baby hook and puts it in. First bucket of the day for Palo Verde. Cuts the lead to 4 as the Cougars go back to work on the offensive side. Here's Townsend, the sophomore out of Tempe, Arizona. She got it over to Saloom. Now to Satamian, who will drive, kicks it back. Jumper from Tolentino is good from about 18. Tolentino, the freshman out of St. Genevieve High School, knocks down her first bucket. And the Cougars have started off nicely with a 8-2 run and a 6-point lead. Taya Brown running the point. We'll send it over to Tellez for Palo Verde. She'll put it on the floor, trying to drive past Fables. Gets it to the foul line to Lowe. Her jumper no good, and a travel going to be called on Lowe anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. And that'll get our first substitutions of the game as Maya Inman and Paris Southern will check in. The freshman out of Hanford West High School and the freshman out of Assumption High School. All the way in De La Rose, Louisiana is Paris Southern from as she comes onto the floor for the first time today. Here's Townsend working the ball up the floor, drives into the paint, a couple of big steps, puts up a little floater that doesn't go, a tie-up underneath the basket. Possession arrow with Palo Verde. That'll be Pirate basketball. So a three-pointer good on the near side as that's Southern who knocks it down. And Palo Verde, who does not shoot a lot of threes and does not knock down a lot of threes, gets their first three of the ball game. You look at Palo Verde on the year this season, has only averaged 2.7 threes per game as Fables knocks down a jumper. They only take about 13, shooting about 20.7% from three. They've got one here early on. It's a 5-point Canyons lead. Campbell puts it on the floor, put it off the glass over the top of Saloom, who tipped the rebound back to Campbell. Swatted out of play. It'll stay with Palo Verde. Saloom usually sure-handed on the defensive glass. Had a little trouble with that one. Off the inbound, Tellez will catch. She'll get it back to Campbell, who will put up a three. Air ball right into the hands of Zatamian. She'll play it up the floor to Townsend. Townsend will put up a three early in the shot clock. No good. Short. Rebound to Campbell. Palo Verde will dribble out of some trouble and work it back up the floor. Here's Southern. Dropped it off towards Inman. She lost it and got it back. Will drive against Tolentino. Was fouled going to the basket. Inman will get to the line. Inman out of Hanford, California. We talked about her in the Open. 26 points versus Laverne. That was her season high. 4 games with 10 or more points this season. She had 12 against Porterville, 21 against Cuyamaca, 23 against Golden West on the 19th. Well, by the way, 6 steals against Porterville, so she's decent on the defensive side. Has had a few games with 3 or more steals. She misses the first. So far this year, Inman just 52% from the foul line. Turns herself almost facing the Canyons bench. Shoots the second, knocks it down. It's a 4-point COC lead. 6:30 to go here in the first half, or first quarter. Just the Cougars out in front, 10-6. Haven't got anything from Lulu Saloom. She's the only Cougar on the floor that has not scored in the ball game. Scratch that. She knocks down a three. Saloom, who doesn't shoot a lot of threes, only 11% from the three-point line, knocks it down. And the Cougars with a 7-point lead. Inman now with the basketball, working against Tolentino. Will send it near side. Brown will put it on the floor. Wanted to go baseline, but was cut off by Townsend. Knocked out of play as Inman couldn't keep a handle on it. Had it poked out of her hand, and then it bounced off her leg and went out of play, so it'll be COC basketball. The Cougars back to work on the offensive side. Tolentino will send it ahead. Saloom, corner, Fables, three on the way is good. Now Monique Fables with a three, a timeout on the floor called by Dylan Longley, and the Cougars have stretched the lead as Fables knocks down the corner three. Canyons with a 16-6 lead, a 10-point lead here early on. Well, if you're interested and have a business here locally in Santa Clarita or even online and you'd like to sponsor the College of the Canyons athletics program, we've got something to help you out. Cougar Stadium, the Cougar Cage, COC soccer facility, all can have banners up in them with your business's name. You can get a sponsorship right here on the Cougar Sports Network. If you're interested, call 661-362-3491. That's 661-362-3491. There's the COC Athletics Department, willing to help you out. As out of the timeout, it'll be Palo Verde basketball, 16-6. As Coach Longley wanted to talk about it with his team after the Cougars with a couple of three-pointers 2 times down the floor as Saloom and Faiblesse each with 3. Faiblesse with 5 so far in the ball game leads the way for all scores. Southern with 3, Low with 2, and Inman with 1 for Palo Verde. As the Cougars come out in a full court press, trying to trap here as they trap Campbell in the corner. She's able to kind of dribble out of some trouble and brings it up the floor. Drives into the painted area, dumps it off to Tellez. She'll put it up over the top of Saloom. It bounces along the rim and finds its way home. 16-8 lead now for COC, an 8-point advantage. Driving Tolentino, or excuse me, Townsend. A good pass off to Tolentino, and she lays it in. Tolentino now with 4. A nice little pass from Townsend on the dribble drive. It's back to a 10-point lead. That one goes out off the foot of Southern. It'll be COC basketball. Checking in now, Catherine Felix. She'll take over for Paris Southern. 10-point lead, 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. COC off to a pretty good shooting start, especially from 3, 4 of 6 from downtown early on. As here's Saloom off the screen, dumps it off. Tolentino is fouled. I think Saloom might have been able to lay that in, but showing her ability to dish and gets Tolentino to the line for the first time today. Foul against Inman, her first. The foul earlier on COC was against Saloom. Tolentino 63.6% from the foul line this year, misses the first. Second one rattles home, so making an 11-point lead, largest of the day so far for College of the Canyons. There's Inman, fouled 60 feet away from the basket by Inman. Or by Tolentino, excuse me. It was Inman who was fouled. An ill-advised foul that far away from the basket, but nonetheless, we'll go back to work. Campbell trying to drive, will back it off now. Wants to go baseline, ball stolen by Satamian on the pass. She'll run the floor back the other way. Right into the paint, 2 big steps, fouled from behind, likely from Campbell, maybe from Tellez. We'll wait on the call. But that will, it's going to be on Brown, and it's going to get Satamian to the line. Satamian 50% from the foul line this year, knocks down the first, make it a 12-point Canyons lead. Second one is good as well. So 13-point advantage, 21-8 here, College of the Canyons. So here's Brown with the basketball for Palo Verde. Working to the near side of the floor, we'll send it to Inman. She wanted to drive. Townsend cut her off. Lulu Saloom over to help out, pushes her back outside the 3-point line. Cougars in a zone, now switching everything as they go to a bit of man-to-man. Drive and a shot right before the buzzer by Tellez. Is short, the Cougars back the other way. Saloom pushing the pace, kicks it off. Faiblesse, she'll drive off the catch. Puts a little floater up in the lane and knocks it down. Nice little running jump shot from Faiblesse. The Cougars 23-8 the advantage. Starting to roll here early in the first. 3-pointer on the way from Inman, no good. COC with the easy defensive board. Good pass to find Saloom, but she missed on the lay-in, just had too much on it. Campbell was there to defend her a bit and alter the shot. So what should have been maybe an easy bucket goes by the wayside. Palo Verde trying to stop the run here as it's a 15-point COC lead. Inman trying to throw it down low with a baseball pass. It went over the top of the head of Tellez. And we'll get substitutions back in for Palo Verde as Maya Lowe checking back in. Destiny Sanders back onto the floor as well as Inman and Campbell will come off. Palo Verde in their rotations. Cougars have yet to make a substitution, leading by 15. with 3:10 to go here in the first. Faiblesse will send it over to Towson. Top to Saloom now, puts it on the floor, right into the paint. Little layup goes. Nice little drive from Saloom that time. She's shown the ability to put the ball on the floor this year, something we didn't see a lot of last year. Lulu last year was kind of just block extended, would catch, turn, and fire. Now she's got a little bit more of a dribble as she was a guard in high school. It makes her even more dangerous as she can catch outside the three-point line and go to work. A foul going to be called against COC, well away from the basket. It's going to go against... Foul went against number 11, but the Cougars don't have an 11 on the roster. Off the miss, the Cougars back the other way. Three-pointer is good, make it a 20-point advantage as Towson knocks it down. It's the second foul on Saloom, actually. So Saloom with 2 early fouls here, but the Cougars with a 20-point advantage, 20-8. Tolentino trying to, or excuse me, Tella is trying to drive, stolen by Faiblesse. Foul underneath called against Maya Lowe. Substitutions and a timeout going to be called by Dylan Longley. Will take a timeout as well. COC with a 20-point advantage here at the Cougar.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Welcome back into the Cougar Cage. 20-point advantage for COC with 2:09 to go here in the first. Cougars have rolled so far here early on. As Faiblesse with 7, Towson with a couple of threes with 6, and Satamian, Saloom, and Tolentino each with 5 as they stay on the floor and go back to work. Here's Faiblesse working one-on-one against Inman. Will drive to her left, stops the foul line, drops it off to Saloom. She'll then send it to Towson, will put up a 3. No good off the left side of the rim, and then a foul coming back up the floor underneath the Palo Verde basket called against Satamian, her first. Already the 4th foul on COC. 1:45 to go here in the first quarter. Cougars up by 20 early on as it's been a 28-8 run. Inman drives, had it knocked out of her hand, then threw one up, got it to fall. Breaks a little run from COC as they quickly come back up the floor, and Faiblesse puts it right back in. The Cougars, it was a 12-0 run before that shot from Inman. And then an air ball that goes out of play, so it'll be back with COC here. Cougars have been lights out from 3 early on, 5 of 8, 10 of 15 from the floor. Solid shooting night here early on, and we're just 60 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Satamian driving, dumps it underneath. Tolentino, little reverse layup, didn't go. Rebound ripped down by Lowe. And back the other way comes Southern, wanting to drive into the paint. Dumps it off. Campbell, 3 from straight away is good. Nice shot from Campbell. Campbell just a 15% three-point shooter this year, but she knocks one down, cuts the lead to 17. There's 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Here's Faiblesse. Stops the dribble, sends it Tolentino. Elbow to Saloom. Wing 3, Towson, short. Saloom saves it, throws it Satamian. Faiblesse foul line jumper is good. Good work by COC on the offensive side to get the second chance point. 19-point lead with 10 to go here in the first quarter. As Inman will drive, stops the foul line, puts up a jumper, didn't get it to fall. Saloom pulls down the board. Wanted to run back the other way, was fouled before the end of the first quarter. It's not a shooting foul. It's on the floor, and that'll end the first quarter. So COC, good start. 32-13, the advantage for the Cougars, as we'll take a timeout here on the Cougar Sports Network. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu. Sorry, we cut back in here. There was actually a foul with .5. I thought it came right at the buzzer, but instead it came at .5. So now we're officially at the end of the first quarter. And it's a 32-13 lead, and we'll take another timeout here on the Cougar Sports Network.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
Point advantage for COC, 32-13. Cougars at one point with a 12-0 run, have led by as much as 20 in the ball game. As it'll be Palo Verde basketball to start here in the second quarter. Palo Verde in white moving to our right. The Cougars in blue with gold shoulders moving to our left. That ball bounced off the foot of Paris Southern into the corner. Palo Verde able to get it to Maya Lowe. She wants to throw it back out to Inman. Inman looking to drive against Towson. A crossover dribble got around her, but her pass was knocked down by Saloom, and then a foul called against Towson after Saloom tied it up. And it's going to be against Maya Brown, actually, or Maya Lowe. It'll be the third against Lowe. So solid start from COC. Faiblesse lays one in. And actually it was Lulu Saloom, excuse me. So Saloom now finds herself with 7 points in the ball game. And actually it was Faiblesse, as I thought originally. That's who actually got the points. So Faiblesse now in double digits. Foul one against Towson. 21-point advantage. So far, Faiblesse with 13, leading everybody on the floor for both sides. So here's Lowe, dumps it off. Southern tries to drive, cut off in the paint, and then walked as she picked up her plant foot trying to find a pass, and it's a turnover against Palo Verde. Already the 9th turnover on Palo Verde here in the ball game. Here's Towson with the basketball for COC. We'll send it over to Tolentino. She'll work it to Tamian, who knocked down an early three. Takes that one, missed it short. Saloom had the rebound, but she was tied up by Sanders as she was falling down. Possession arrow is COC, so the Cougars will keep control and go back to work. Townsend will send it out high. Satamian, little shoulder fake. Corner to Saloom. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Saloom runs and picks up her own rebound. We'll flip it back out to Satamian. Over Townsend. Three-pointer from the wing, no good. Easy rebound for Campbell as she pulls it down. Campbell now with 3 rebounds in the ball game. Just 3 points in the ball game as she drives, throws up a wild shot, hits it off the backboard and in. Gets it to fall, makes it a 19-point advantage once again for COC. Townsend, 3, knocks it down. Make it 22 points for COC. That's the lead right now, 37-15 Cougars. Townsend now with 9. Southern picked up the dribble, sends it inside to Lowe. Lowe, little right-handed baby hook, no good. Saloom picked up the rebound, tried to dribble it out of trouble, lost the basketball, dives on the floor to pick it back up, and sends it over to Townsend, who'll dribble it out of trouble. Townsend just driving right to the basket. Off the glass with the right hand, it's good. Townsend's in double figures. Second time this season she's found herself in double figures. And the Cougars with a 39-15 advantage, 7:30 to go here in the first half. Southern kind of just threw that one away. Maybe it was knocked out of her hands. I don't know. Maybe thought she was fouled. Then a foul running back up the floor. The leave is going to go against Lowe. That's her 4th. Cougars are going to get substitutions in. Saloom off. Satamian off. As they get Emma Garcia into the game along with Natasha Sergic for the first time today, as the Cougars will go through their rotations here with 7:20 to go here in the first half. It's Faye Bless with 13 of the ball game, 7th time this season she's been in double figures. 7th straight game with double figures this year. And she's done that this year with just 4 3-point field goals made. So she's been very good at getting into the painted area and putting the ball down. Tellez kicks it out. 3-pointer on the way short. Sergic with a board. It's the outlet to Fabless. We'll send it ahead. Tolentino running. Throws it into the corner. Was trying to get it to Garcia, and she actually just threw it away out of play. So a turnover here on COC. Just their first of the ball game. Cougars have done a good job controlling the basketball. So here's Campbell to run it up the floor. Fabless staying with her. She'll dump it off to Brown. Brown over to Tellez, driving against Sergic. Wanted to send it into the corner. Sanders, who wasn't quite ready for it, didn't know it was coming. It goes out of play, and it'll be COC basketball. .24 points is the advantage right now for COC. 3-pointer short. Sergic, the offensive board off the glass, no good. Tried to pull down the rebound, but Sanders stole it away from her. Sergic with a couple of rebounds here early on, getting some work in this first half. Campbell driving, fouled by Fabless. It'll be the first on Monique. And it'll send Campbell to the line. Campbell this season, 57% foul shooter. First trip to the line today for her. First of 2 is no good. Second one is pure, so make it a 23-point lead for COC. 5:55 to go here in the first half. Fabless will walk it up the floor. She'll go to work to her left, dumps it off Sergic. Travel going to be called against Sergic. Didn't keep her plant foot down. Basket does not count. Still, you gotta like it from Sergic. Sophomore out of Canyon High School. Campbell driving, fouled, counted, and the foul. As she's fouled by Fabless. And so Campbell starting to find her rhythm. She's got 6 now. No, give it 8. Waiting on the stat sheet to tick ahead. Can make it 9. We talked about Campbell in the pregame. Can fill it up when she gets the opportunity to, and she's on the floor quite a bit. 22 minutes per game as Palo Verde does a good job to kind of work through everybody on the roster. A very small roster, just a couple of subs on the bench. 7 out there today. Sergic with the offensive board off the miss from Garcia. 3-second violation called against Sergic, as she never quite had the basketball. So it stays a 20-point lead for COC, 39-19. Palo Verde on a nice little run. A 5-0 sprint for them, closes it back down. Jump ball tie up, Palo Verde basketball. The Cougars did a good job down low defensively to just get a tie up. Staying with the Pirates here. Tellez wanted to put it up. Now Brown with just 2 needs to put up a shot. They don't get one away. It's a shot clock violation against Palo Verde. And so the Cougar defense does its job. Got to stop on the defensive side, and we'll go back to work offensively. And if you're COC, yeah, it's a 20-point advantage. You want to push the pace still. Turnover on Emma Garcia that time, freshman out of Canyon High School. And actually, they say it was knocked out of her hands, so it'll stay with COC. So Cougars get a good break here. Southern checking back into the game. You're going to say COC, even though you're up by 20, still lots to work on as you're still working on clicking as a unit. You'd like to pick up wins. Don't want to take the foot off the gas. At the same time, get everybody some work. As a three-pointer, Towson, good. Towson now with 14 to lead the Cougars, as she's been solid from downtown, 4 of 8 so far in the ball game. Then a foul called against Garcia. Comes about 28 feet from the basket. Tamian back in. Sanders off for Palo Verde as they get Tara Campbell back out onto the floor after a quick spell. Campbell will work with a basketball on the near side wing. Moves it up top. Drops it off to Felix. She puts up a 3, no good. Sergic with the defensive rip. And the Cougars back the other way. Towson, 4 of 8 from 3. Can she make it 5? Nope, misses on that one. Just short. Defensive board for Palo Verde. Had to be careful there. Felix wanted to dump it off to Campbell, who was actually out of play. Didn't drop it off to her, though, and Southern will bring it back up the floor. Little running shot from Southern, no good. Board from Tellez. Turnaround over the top of Sergic is in. Tellez now with 4 in the ball game. Here's Fabless for 3, no. Tip rebound comes to Fabless, and she'll work back on the offensive side. Satamian, a 2-pointer is good. Had her toe on the line, but knocks it down. 44-21 COC. Little drive from Southern doesn't fall. Cougars go back the other way quickly, but they turn it over. Good step by Tellez to get the steal. She'll drop it over to Southern, who will walk it across the timeline. Campbell had a chance to drive against Sergic, instead will stop up for a 3 that's short. Fabless back the other way off the rebound. Wanting to work quickly, instead will dump it off. Towson trying to stay at 50% from the line, misses, or from the 3-point line, misses. Offensive board to Tolentino. Satamian now back to Tolentino. A little stop and pop from 18 is good. Tolentino now with 7. Largest lead of the night for COC at 25. Takeaway Towson. 1-on-2. Has Fabless coming with some late help. Was trying to dump it off maybe to Sergic. Instead, she got it to Satamian. Now to Fabless. Far side wing. 3 on the way. Air ball. Satamian will pull it down. Dumps it underneath to Sergic. Sergit called for a travel. That'll bring Lulu Salou back onto the floor. That'll bring Faye Bless off the floor after a little bit of work. So Faye Bless with 13 in the ball game. Towson with 14. As the Cougars keep through their rotation here. Southern inside. Tellis works it out. Now trying to drive against Sergic, who cut her off. Good defense by Sergic. Got it to Felix. Elbow jumper is good. Felix has her first bucket of the day. As Felix only averages about 2.5 points a game. Able to knock that one down for the first time. So there's Towson driving, dumps it to Sergic. Couldn't quite keep a handle on it. Now she'll put up a shot after she got it back. Just kind of ripped it out of the hands of Tellez, but it missed. And back the other way comes Campbell. Campbell, who's just a bucket off her average, dumps it back. A three-pointer from Felix, no good. Cougars able to bring down the rebound. Work it out of some trouble as Satamian will slow things up. Needs to get it across the timeline. It does, just barely. Satamian will put up an early shot clock. 3, knocks it down from straight away. Satamian now in double figures with 10. Fourth time this year she's had 10 or more points. And the Cougars filling up with almost 50 here in the first half. 60 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Southern, wanting to drive. Dumps it underneath. Jumper no good. Towson will bring it back the other way. Slowly up across the center stripe. Tolentino, wing 3, or corner 3 is good. Cougars filling it up from 3 here. Their 10th 3 of the ball game. 29-point advantage. Make it their 9th 3 of the ball game. Saloom with a block underneath on Southern. Campbell with 5 drives, lays it off the glass as she got around Saloom, put it in. Saloom needs to put one up before the buzzer, doesn't get it off, and that'll do it for the first half. But a 52-25 lead, Cougars with a half 100 plus 2 in the first half. A good start for the Cougars, as they get off to a wonderful start against Palo Verde. So as we take a time out here on the Cougar Sports Network, we've had it up on screen for a few minutes here. We wanted to memorialize Harlan Perlman, the former assistant coach for College of the Canyons, died in November of 2022. Coach Perlman, a mainstay on the Cougars sidelines for a number of years. From 1992 to 2019 was the top assistant coach for head coach Greg Herrick. Was part of 16 Western States Conference championships, 23 postseason appearances, and 578 career wins with the program. Cougars advanced to the Elite Eight on 6 occasions during Coach Perlman's tenure. He was inducted into the CCCAA Hall of Fame in 2020, becoming the first assistant coach to be selected by the organization's Hall of Fame committee. Got to memorialize, or to actually induct him in 2022, so we got to see that through back in March before he passed away. He recruited 3 Hall of Fame players, including Ketcher Brown, Tashia Allen, and Leslie Ortiz. Prior to arriving here, Coach Perlman coached nearby Hart High School, served as the boys' varsity assistant and junior varsity head coach. His JV team captured 2 Foothill League championships in 5 seasons. It was 64 and 28 before he came over to COC. Native of Chicago, attended Covina High School, earned his BA in history from UCLA in 1976, and completed a master's in physical education at Azusa Pacific in 1997. Retired back in 2019. He's survived by his wife Kathy. We just wanted to reach out and wish his family well. Coach Perlman certainly be happy with the start here for COC here today. 52-25 advantage. We'll take a break here on the Cougar Sports Network. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
The future is yours. So let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Welcome back into the Cougar Cage as we get you ready for second half action between College of the Canyons and Palo Verde. The Cougars a plus 27 in the first half, a 52-25 lead. As it was a solid first half for COC, pretty much all around. 9 of 22 from 3, 20 of 39 from the floor, so 40 and 51% shooting so far here today. They out-rebounded Palo Verde 22-14, so a +8 on the glass. 16 points off of Palo Verde's 12 turnovers for the Cougars, as Palo Verde struggled in that first. Shot just 11 of 28, 39%, and 2 of 10 from 3 in the first half. For COC, April Townsend leading the way, 14 points, a rebound, 3 assists, and 3 steals. 4 of 10 from downtown, 5 of 12 from the floor. Monique Flebless with 13, 3, and 2, adding a steal as well. 6 of 8 from the floor, just 1 of 3 from three-point. Satamian adding 10 with 2 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. She made 2 first-half three-pointers. Tolentino with 10 points. She made a first-half three-pointer, was 4 of 7 from the floor. And then Lulu Saloom bringing up the rear of the pack in terms of points, but leading the way in rebounds. 5.7 rebounds, 4 assists, and a block. Hasn't had a lot of time on the floor. Played just 15 minutes in the first half, but will likely be out there to start. The second of the Cougars will go with their starters. For Palo Verde, leading the way for them is Tara Campbell, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 of 8 from the floor, 1 of 4 from 3. Then you look, Southern had 3 points, Felix had 2, Tellez had 4, and Inman had 3. Those are all the scorers for Palo Verde. As it'll be Canyons basketball here to open up in this second quarter, or third quarter, I should say, second half. As the Cougars will move to our right here in the second half of the basketball game. Third quarter underway. As Townsend wants to stay hot from 3, puts up a 3, doesn't hit it. Saloom with the offensive rebound, pitches it out. Satamian back to Saloom, now over Faiblesse, puts it on the floor with the left hand, stops with the right, little runner in the lane, it's good. And Faiblesse now leading the way with 15, her first bucket of the second half. So a 29-point lead, largest of the day for COC. Outscored Palo Verde 32-16 in the first quarter. So put back from Palo Verde, no good. Back the other way. Comes COC off the miss. Three-pointer from Towson, no good. Cougars got the board. Saloom wanting to drive, instead will stop it off. Gets it back to Townsend, who knocks down another 3. (57-25) COC.
Canyons foul number 23, and Valentino for personal correction for second. In the team first.
Campbell driving. Tolentino actually had the foul. Campbell picks up her own rebound, misses on the putback, and Saloom rips it down. Canyons back the other way. Saloom dumps it off. Tolentino, little jumper is good. And the Cougars starting up right where they left off. – 7-0 run to open up here. 59-25 COC. Saloom pulls down the defensive rebound. Cougars work it around the perimeter. Three-pointer Tolentino from the corner is good. COC staying red hot here to start. Tolentino knocks down a three. Her second three of the ball game. Oh, by the way, she's got 15 now. Towson with 15, Fabless with 17. Cougars get another takeaway. Timeout called by Palo Verde, and actually it's not a COC takeaway, it's Palo Verde basketball. There's Brown. Brown will put up a three. It was actually Southern driving. They got it over to Brown. Three was short, an air ball. Saloon back the other way. Her first bucket since way back in the first quarter. She's now got 7. Travel going to be called against Palo Verde, so 39-point lead for COC. Saloom driving and it knocked out of her hand. We'll stay with College of the Canyons. Satamian to bring it in. Cougars have picked up where they left off. 12-0 run here. Fabless drives, lays it in. Easy bucket for Fabless. She's got 17 now. Campbell driving, lays it in. That breaks a 14-0 run for COC. Tolentino, on the other end lays it in. And the Cougars continue to work here. 68-27 COC. Campbell misses. Cougars back the other way. Tolentino stops. Foul line jumper. Too strong. Fabless the offensive board. It fell to Tolentino, who picks it back up, puts it back in. Tolentino now with 19. So we start to look at some of the numbers. Tolentino surpassed her season high of 12. She's now got 19 in the ball game. Fabless getting closer to her season high of 22. Towson has surpassed her season high of 16. She's got 17 in the ball game. So Tamian will check off. Towson will check off. Garcia and Sergic back in for COC. With the lead now up 70-27. Saloom driving into the paint. Stops, dumps. Fabless lays it in. Fabless now with 19. 3 off her season high. Saloom racking up everything but the buckets so far. She might get a double-double the hard way today. She's got 12 rebounds, 9 assists. 7 points. She could be in the verge of a triple-double should she be able to get some more offensive time. Inman with 8 to shoot. Sends it over Campbell, driving against Saloom. Puts up a little right-handed layup that's no good. Saloom saves it. Tolentino tried to save it again, but threw it out of play, so it'll go with Palo Verde here. Cougars up by 45. Campbell with the basketball. Had it knocked out of her hand, then taken away by Saloom. She'll run it back the other way. Dumps off to Sergic. Sergic puts it in, gives Saloom 10 assists in the ball game. Sergic with her first bucket. Foul called against Fables as she knocked down Campbell. It'll be a third against Fables. It'll be the third against her. So Saloom right now has a double-double the hard way. 10 assists, 12 rebounds, just 7 points. She's been feeding her team today, leading everybody with 10 assists in the ball game. She works to her left, stops, little elbow jumper, no good. Tried to tip the rebound to herself, got it, lost it off of her leg. It'll go with Palo Verde here with 3:30 to go in the third quarter. Southern had the basketball. Kicked it back to Inman. 3 no good. Saloom give her 14 boards in the ball game. Driving, stops, foul line jumper was short. Had a tough day from the field so far today, 3 of 8, but 14 rebounds, 10 assists, a double-double. It'll be the 5th double-double of the year for Saloom. Southern with a shot.
Into the game for the Cougars, number 11 is Palo Verde. Replacing Douglas.
So Isabella Barragan will check in. She's actually wearing 11 today. (74-29) COC. Barragan will get her first opportunity in the ball game. Takeaway by COC. Sergic running the floor. Drives up. Throws it off the glass. No good. Bunch of bodies collide together. Back out the other way, Paris Southern. She'll stop up on the offensive side. Driving against Tolentino. Kicks it off to Brown. Three-pointer was short. Taken by Saloom, give her 15 rebounds in the ball game now. Saloom driving to the paint, fouled, went down hard. Looks like she's all right though, kind of lays there for a second, and I think she'll get herself to the line here. Chance to try and get to 9. I'd have to look back. I don't know the last time the Cougars had a triple-double. Take me a long time to research that, but Saloom certainly close to that with 7 points, 15 rebounds, and 10 assists in the ball game. Makes the first give her 8. Makes them both. So she's got 9. Southern tried to drive, had it poked away. Brown with a 3, knocks it down. Martia Brown with a 3. It's her first field goal of the ball game. Saloom trying to get to that triple-double, wanted to drive, had it poked out of her hand. So a takeaway for Palo Verde. 76-32 COC. 44-point advantage. Offensive board for Tellez. The putback, no. Another rebound for Saloom. And then a foul running up the floor on Tellez. Just her second. Tellez will check off. Campbell will get back on the floor. So the Cougars seem to be operating with Saloom basically running the point right now. 60 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Saloom wanting Tolentino to come over and help. Now Saloom will put up a deep two. No good. Rebound to Barragan. She'll kick it over. Garcia, a three, no. Saloom flies in for the rebound, pitches it back out. Tolentino, little runner in the lane, no good. And Campbell pulls down the rebound. And then fouled against Sergic. So 30 seconds left in the ball game, or in the third quarter here. As barring a monumental collapse from COC, this one, as Chick Hearn would say, in the refrigerators. That one went off the shot clock, so it'll be COC basketball with 13 seconds left. Here's Saloom driving, kicks it over. Garcia will put up a three, and she's got it. Emma Garcia knocks down a three before the end of the third quarter. And that'll send us to the break, 79-32 COC. Fourth quarter action when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
So we go back to work here. Palo Verde, Campbell drives in and puts one in. So Campbell now 15 in the ball game. Saloom drops it off to Garcia. Saloom just a point off a triple-double. Cougars turn it over. Campbell gets a takeaway. Campbell altered that time by Saloom. Not sure if she got a hand on it. COC back to work. (79-34). Saloom drops it off to Barragan. Here's Garcia. Inside, Barragan wide open, puts it in. Garcia gets an assist on it. Cougars with 80 in the ball game. Barragan a bucket now. Everybody who's played for COC has gotten a basket so far in the ball game. Inman drives, jumper, no. Campbell the board, put back, no, as Saloom was there to alter it. Now Sergic going to dribble out of trouble here. Runs it up the floor, dumps it off. Garcia, three, looking for her second of the ball game. She hit it, and the Cougar bench fired up. 50-point advantage for COC. And now it's just a question of how much. 4 Cougars in double figures. Saloom with another rebound. She'll drive, dumps it off. Tolentino an easy bucket. Saloom with 12 assists in the ball game, 18 rebounds in the ball game. As Tolentino now with 20. So she's easily surpassed her season high. Back on the other side, Southern with a bucket. So two different Cougars passing their season high. Sergic fouled underneath. Will stay with COC. Destiny Sanders checking back in to take over for Campbell, who's had a good run today, 17 points. She's filled it up nicely for Palo Verde. A lone bright spot in a 50-point game right now. As Saloom to bring it in. We'll send it Tolentino, dumps it back underneath Saloom for the triple-double. No, short. Foul going to be called against Sergic, and it'll be Palo Verde basketball.
Foul number 32, Ignacio Sergic, second personal, first team foul in the final quarter.
Southern will bring it up the floor. Palo Verde just trying to continue to work here. Inman, three from the corner, no. Saloom pulls down the miss, runs it back up the floor. Turns, now for the triple, she's fouled and will go to the line, so she's got a free throw for a triple-double. So everybody in the starting lineup has had a nice one. The bench is added. Saloom 1 for 2 from the line, make it 2 for 3. She's got 10 points. She's got a triple-double, 10 points, 19 rebounds, 12 assists. Oh, by the way, a block and a steal. Just a wild stat line. Misses on the second. Barragon and Sergic pull down the board. Sergic misses on the putback. Barragon had the rebound, knocked out a play off the COC. So you look for College of the Canyons, Tolentino 21 with a couple of rebounds and assist. Fabless 19 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists and a steal. Towson 17 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and 5 3-pointers in the ball game. Tolentino will check out. Satamian 10 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, a block and a steal. Saloom 10 points, 19 boards, 12 assists, a block and a steal. Then you've got Garcia with 6 points on 2 of 4 from 3 with an assist. Barragon with a bucket on her only field goal attempt. Sergic 1 of 5 from the floor, but 8 rebounds in the ball game as Garcia misses an air ball. Sergic also with an assist, a block, and a steal. So Cougars up and down the lineup have done a nice job today. For Palo Verde, Campbell 17 points, 8 rebounds, just 2 rebounds off a double-double. Would be her third of the year. Southern with 7 points in the ball game. Should have 9 on a lay-in right here. Easily puts it in, 4 of 9 from the floor today with 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Towson a 3. Might have clipped the rim and went out of play. Cougars still firing away. Inman's had a quiet night, 4 points. Tellez 4 points. Brown with 3, Lowe with 2, and Felix with 2 for Palo Verde. Inman off the side of the backboard and out of play. Monique Fables coming back in. Aragon checking back out. Here's Garcia, now to Fables. Sergic wanted to get it back to Garcia, stepped into by Inman, who will run it back the other way and lay it in. So Inman now is 6. Here's Satamian back on the floor. An offensive foul going to be called against Sergic. Sergic will come out, Saloom back in. So 4 starters back on the floor for CSC. Maya Lowe back onto the floor as Destiny Sanders comes off. Campbell is going to come back in as well to take over for Paris Southern. Campbell working off a high double screen, had it stolen by Saloom and then fouled her. And Campbell might be a little uncomfortable here. I think Saloom's elbow might have caught her in the mouth as they were diving to the floor. So the athletic training staff will come out to check on Tara Campbell, who we certainly don't want to see hurt. She's played very well for Palo Verde, maybe one of the lone bright spots in the ball game. So the medical staff out to check on her, along with Coach Longley. It was mostly incidental contact, just a couple of players playing hard. So Campbell all right, she's gonna get out. Get some help from a teammate. I believe she's going to come off the floor and get checked out. It'll be Canyons basketball out of bounds with 5:04 to go here in the ball game. 87-40 COC. So it's a 47-point advantage. It's been as much as 50. Satamian working up the floor for College of the Canyons. We'll dump it off to Fables. Back Satamian. Now Saloom. Cougars taking their time, trying to set up a shot for Garcia. Garcia has it stolen by Inman. Inman getting some late garbage time buckets here with 8 points now in the ball game. Add a 4th steal for her. Satamian will put up a 3, misses. Fables the offensive rebound. The Cougars can back it out here. I would kind of imagine the game plan is to work on moving the ball around and setting up a shot for one player, whether that be Garcia, Tolentino, Saloom. Saloom will set into a 2 from just inside the 3-point line, knocks it down. Lulu Saloom now with 12 in the ball game. Now we got to keep an eye on if she can surpass 28 rebounds in the ball game. That's her season high. She's got 19. Foul called on COC against Satamian. It was on the floor, so an on-shooting foul. Garcia going to come off. Tolentino going to come back in with her season high of 21. Inman, corner 3 off the inbound play, missed. Fables catches and runs it up the floor. Little slow up dribble, sends it over Towson. Corner, Satamian, a deep 2. No, Saloom, give her 20 rebounds in the ball game. Throws it into the backcourt. It was over the head of Tolentino, and a turnover on COC. A little lackadaisical there. 14th turnover in the ballgame. Maybe the only bad spot for COC. Is Dylan Longley going to call a timeout? 3:33 to go. We'll take a break as well. COC out in front.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
(89-42), COC leading. So here goes Inman. We'll throw it inside. Low will put it up, no good. Saloom pulls down another rebound and then was fouled. It's the 5th foul on Maya Lowe. So she will check out of the ball game. Finishes the night with 2 points, couple of rebounds. 89-42, 3:20 to go here in the ball game. COC cruising. Scored Palo Verde 32-16 in the first, 27-7 in the third. That really stretched the lead as Satamian, her first bucket since way back in the first. She's got 12 in the ball game. Palo Verde working on running some plays as Brown misses on a jumper at the side of the backboard. Towson came away with it. They bless now. Over to Towson. Back to Fabless up top. Dribbles to her right, stops, pops short, had it partially blocked. Tolentino able to pick it up after it bounced off the shins of Saloom. 6 to shoot for COC. 3-pointer short, out of play, off of the Cougars. Isabella Barragan will check in to take over for Natalie Satamian here. So here's Inman to work it up the floor. Cougars with 91 in the ball game. Foul called against COC. Goes against Barragan. Paris Southern will get to the line. No, exactly. It's actually to be Amaya Inman to the line. Paris Southern checking back in. For the Cougars this year, their highest scoring output of the season with 91. Well surpassing their 79 points against Chaffee back in the opening game of the year. Inman makes 1 of 2. Inman now with 9 in the ball game. 2 minutes to go. COC just taking their time on the offensive side. Fabless drives, little fake pass, cuts right to the basket, lays it in. Fabless now with 21, a point off her season high. Her and Tolentino leading the way for COC with 21 each. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound for Sanders. Steal for Fabless. Try and get her season high. She's fouled by Tellez. Fabless will make her 3rd trip to the line today. Tamian coming back in. Towson coming off. Bless makes the first. She's matched her season high. 22 against Shabbat back on December 2nd. 7 straight games with 10 or more points for her as well. Misses on the second. Keeps her streak of 25 or more minutes alive as well, as all 8 games this year she's played 25 or more, has 31 today. So ties the season high at 22. Here's Southern. Drops it off. Inman 3 is good. Give Inman double digits today. .60 seconds to go in the ball game. Satamian inside. Tolentino off the catch, misses. Rebound pulled down by Southern. She'll slow it up, try and avoid some of the COC pressure. So the Cougars have led the whole way from start to finish. 32-point first quarter, 27-point third quarter, the big differences in the ball game. Bless couldn't pull down the board. Instead, an offensive rebound for Palo Verde as Tellez pulled it down. Gives Saloom another rebound off the air ball. That's 22 for Lulu today. So she won't quite get to 26. The Cougars will dribble out the final 15 seconds. They'll take it 94 to 46. A great performance for COC for their final final non-conference home game. Their final home game of 2022. One for the record books, a 94 to 46 win for COC, their best win of the season, as they run right through Palo Verde and get to 5-3 on the year. That'll do it for us here on this one. We'll see you back here on January 4th for women's basketball, the conference opener against LA Valley College. If you want some more basketball action, the 20th, the men are back in action against West Hills Lemoore here from the Cougar Cage. We hope to see you then. If not, have a great holiday season. Enjoy your Hanukkah, your Christmas, and your New Year, and we will see you for women's basketball in the New Year on January 4th. Have a good night, everybody.